Hi guys, an update on yesterday's twisted bar. I really wasn't happy with it, so I've had another go. And here it is. This is much better. The bar is shorter to start with. It's only 14.5 inches before you bend them, and it's thicker. It's actually 3/16, whereas the other one was only 5/32. And it's, as you can see, it's come up much nicer. But I'm going to show you something else. A little trick to finish off anything really, but it finishes this off quite nicely. So what I'm going to do is carry on tapering the top end. I want to bring it down to about 3/8 I suppose at the end. Quite a shallow point, so you've got to be careful not to whack the anvil too much because you can't get it right on the other edge because of the twists. So just going to round it up. And then the secret ingredient is a nut, plain old nut. This one's a 5/8 nut or 16mm. I generally use a mil per bar, so if it's 1/2 inch or 12mm, use 12mm nut. Right, I'm just going to run a bead of weld around the top just to secure it. Nowhere else, just around the top, like that. And then we're going to stick it in the fire and forge it back in. Take the hexagon off, so we end up with it pretty round. Then over the edge, and these hammer blows are actually coming downwards. It's difficult to describe. They're not going straight in towards the anvil, they're sort of glancing downwards, and what it's doing is it's moving the metal into a bit of a point, a very shallow point. You'll see what I mean in a minute. It's a bit of a technique that takes some getting used to. You see there it's started to point it. Yeah, it's a technique that you'll have to practice, but it's once you get it, it's very useful, very useful. Again, just it's pointing up. Now just taking the back edge off because it's actually quite sharp, that edge. So I'm just taking the sharpness off. And do the same along the top edge. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving, otherwise you'll get flats. Just keep it moving. Tidy up around the circumference. And now it's getting slightly colder. I know normally I don't like to work my metal too cold, but the colder it gets, the better it is to get rid of the hammer marks. So when you're on your finishing strokes, you can actually do it when it's getting colder. You wouldn't want to do it black, but that's ample. Just straighten her up a bit. You can see I've already welded this onto a bit of 1/2 inch bar. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's easy to hold on to. I'm just going to give it a quick wire brush up, and there's the result. I think you'll agree that looks much nicer than the one I did yesterday. And although I didn't weld under the nut, you can see there it's merged in nicely. There's hardly a join. That's just from working it over the anvil, and as you can see that's much chunkier, looks much nicer. I'm quite pleased with this one. So there you go, I just thought I'd update it as I really wasn't pleased with the other one. Thanks for watching.